the Tennessee Titans taking on the New York Jets.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the music city of Nashville, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On second down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Jets will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. To throw now on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer. He just dropped the pass. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Fielded at the 20. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he goes out right around the 39. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now Allen. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make it 6-0. So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Page. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Oh, there he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. J.K. Dobbins. 28 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. McCollum. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. A quick throw there is incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets have retaken the lead. Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Jackson. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Second down and 8. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's 2nd and 8. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about that tip ball going their way? They've got to have a lot of confidence because so far, seems like everything is going their way.
On the other side, they're just hoping that second half it's a little bit of flip the script.
Yeah, let's see if they can hang in there mentally because sometimes when things go against you so much in the first half, it's hard to bounce back.
A throw over the middle taken in. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 27. Here's second down at a yard. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. The slot man in motion right. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now the Titans getting set to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Staying on his feet.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I know we spend a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. It's taken to the 26. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense.
They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they...
That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 64 yards.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Jackson now.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Jackson will throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will close the gap down to 14. Terrific. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 64 yards.
And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
Oh, able to avoid him. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Elliott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
They're going to empty the backfield here, so you know this ball's likely to come out quick. They let the 4 outside receivers run deeper routes and then let the tight end just make a beeline across the formation. He's able to make the catch and turn it into good yardage and a first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And the Titans are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown.
Ben Mason
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet.
but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4.
To throw is Jackson.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. And he comes back with one complete.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He finds his man, complete. It's Page.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And they'll accept that penalty. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That's caught by Shakir. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going for it with Dobbins. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
This 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. McCollum, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down now, McCullough.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he stopped immediately there.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 10.
Slot man moves right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperate.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Jackson.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw.
It falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, McCullough.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the one touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great play there. 49 yards. And the Titans have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And they'll indeed take a knee.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand. Taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round. First step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by I'm moving the bricks. You talk about now we're doing it, prick. If you in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the chromed out, hard talk career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow in a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a two drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show him this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh, front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh.
Today, it's the National Football League. It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Burrow to throw right away. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Burrow will throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a 1st down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Here we go. passing here. Joe Burrow. Short throw caught by Pitts. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Here's Burrow. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Bigsby will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
Eddie Moore that did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Bigsby. And fights through one man. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. In motion comes the tight end left. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for the 1st down. And that flag accepted. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
High throw, but he makes the catch. Yeah, he'll be stopped right there at the 31. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. As they go, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Tank Bigsby with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Look at the big fella go as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 6. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow completes this one to Starks.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
3rd and 12.
Burrow looking to pass. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
Down to about the 37.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This is 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Now 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. Now he's loose again.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Take Bigsby
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Second and 3.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he comes back with one complete.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Back to throw again.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 24-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach.
And it's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's a give to Bigsby.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. They'll send a tight end in motion right.
Here's Bigsby.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Another run by Bigsby.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So out now come the Jets.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Back to throw here. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets get a bit closer.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Bigsby once more.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Back to throw now on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll drop to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A run here with Bigsby. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. On the carry, Bigsby stays on his feet. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Burrow on 3rd down. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They run for it with Bigsby. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, McCullough. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. He's going to try and go deep again.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Ooh, with a juke. Nifty move.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals getting set to go.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now, their friend, as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Burrow. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Here we go. 3rd down and 6. From midfield now, Burrow. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th and a very critical drive upcoming. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll set up a throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Target. Like 9. I got it.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Finding Chase on a great grab. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. Burrow's throw into the hands of Pitts here. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now the Bengals on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Now the Bengals on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Again, it's Burrow. Looking right sideline. That's complete. Points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This is 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bengals have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So the Jets now down by 4. A little over a minute and a half remaining. It's got to be a touchdown here, and that won't be easy. On the road in the playoffs as they've got it with a first down. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 6 coming up. Back to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. He's back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Point after, right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football football. Here's Burrow. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw, Burrow.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the